When the honor roll of motorsport's greats is rolled out, Sabastian Loeb may not be as well known as some, but he's near the top of the list. Being hailed the greatest of all time is a statement few sportsmen can lay claim to. Rarely does it happen with universal acknowledgement across a sport. Sabastian Loeb is a rare beast. Motorsport hasn't seen a dominance like what the Frenchman achieved for a decade in the World Rally Championship. It was something not even record-breaking seven-time Formula One champion Michael Schumacher was able to achieve.
The most important factor.
After finishing second in his first competitive season, Loeb then won 9 consecutive world titles. From 2004 to 2012, no one could touch the Citroën driver. And from the 130 races during those 9 years, he won 72 of them. The records are nice, but that is not why I am driving. It is because I like winning, and I like the fight. Renowned for his cool and calm demeanor, Loeb earned the nickname of the Boss as his dominance continued to escalate every year. He was brilliantly adept on all surfaces, but his ability on the slippery asphalt stood out, evidenced by his 7 wins from 10 starts on the tricky Monte Carlo layout. Loeb soon became a national hero and was named French Sportsman of the Year in 2007 and 2009. He was also made a Knight of the Legion of Honor. The greatest ever rally driver went into semi-retirement in 2013, but even then he still won the first race of the season in Monte Carlo and then runner-up in the following Rally of Sweden. His search for the next challenge settled on the World Touring Car Championships.
I needed to change. I wanted to do something different from rally, but I knew that I need to drive because it's my passion and I like this. So to have this new challenge for me is very nice. Then for sure to win will be something different. Yeah, the preparation for a rally car is to drive on gravel, on snow, and everywhere. This one is only to drive on the track. So the pure performance is better on this car, but the rally car is much more easy to drive and can go nearly everywhere.
Every year, the Race of Champions goes some way to sorting out the world's best motorsport exponent. This annual event brings together the world's finest drivers from all the disciplines of competition, on 4 wheels and 2, and puts them in a head-to-head battle on the same track in the same car. Loeb has won it 3 times, the second most in history, including in front of his adoring hometown fans at the Stade de France in 2005. It's just another entry in a remarkable CV that was initially heading down a very different path. Still to come on the Immortals, how a gymnast became the world's best driver. Sabastian Loeb was a late starter. The son of a maths teacher and gymnastics instructor, he followed in his father's footsteps by becoming a champion junior gymnast. He won regional championships in his native Alsace region of France and placed 5th in the French national championships. There were no motorsport links in his family, and like any other teenager, he didn't get behind a wheel of a car until he began driving lessons. He was working as an electrician when at 22 he started car racing. While he may have started late, he was soon a man in a hurry. Since the start, I was just natural. For me, it's been more about talent than work. It wasn't long before Loeb's passion and raw talent attracted interest from French car manufacturer Citroën, and in 2001, he won the Junior World Rally Championship title. 2 years later, he competed in a full season of the Senior WRC for Citroën, losing out on the title by a single point. Loeb had made his mark, and his unprecedented era of dominance began the following year. He won his first title by a stunning 36 points, and then increased that to 56 points in 2005, where he won a record 10 races. Despite missing the last 4 events of the 2006 season after injuring himself in a mountain bike accident, Loeb still won the title by 1 point. In 2008, his 11-win season and 5th consecutive crown saw him claim the record for the most world titles in history. Loeb was seemingly invincible, and even when his rivals had a shot at beating him, they came unstuck. In 2011, Finland's Mikko Hirvonen had the chance for victory going into the final event in Wales, but didn't even last the opening day because of engine failure.
It was a strange rally for us. At first we won the championship in the middle of the rally, so that's not usual. But for sure it was really a pleasure. Then we could drive a bit more relaxed. And today it happened. Another strange thing is that on the road section we had a car coming in front. We wanted to cross him, but he went on the wrong side. So we nearly stopped, but we hit him in the front and we broke the radiator, and so we had to retire. But it was not bad. It's the first thing we said with Daniel. Finally, we are still world champions, so it's no problem.
Loeb won 9 races, including the final event of the 2012 season, where the 38-year-old revealed his decision to begin transitioning away from rallying.
Retirement of the rally, yes, but not from the motorsport.
And why are you retiring?
Because I have a new challenge is to go in another discipline, WTCC, and I think if you want to do something else in your life, you don't have to wait until you are 50, so better to do it now.
The burning question, and one which he was asked continually, was why didn't he go for the perfect 10 championships? The answer is because I don't count. Loeb has also tried his hand at the Dakar Rally, taking on the arduous 2-week event for the first time in 2015. He concedes it's one of the toughest challenges of his driving career.
What I remember from 2014 when I was as a spectator in Dakar, it's especially the landscape, the atmosphere, which is really special, and I think driving in this kind of place with a special car must be really fun. And Rally Red is something, again, very different from what I did. Maybe the most different thing in driving that I never did. So driving in the desert with really impressive cars must be some specific sensation.
For the former gymnast, his outlook on his extraordinary career was that anything after his first world title was a bonus. For Sabastian Loeb, that bonus was to become a motorsport immortal. The lure of Formula One tugged at the heartstrings of Sabastian Loeb. He impressed during testing for Red Bull and had planned a cameo appearance at the 2009 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, driving for the Toro Rosso team. But unfortunately, red tape intervened, and Loeb wasn't granted the requisite super license by the World Motor Racing's governing body. Some in the Formula One world were relieved the Frenchman was knocked back, as they feared he wouldn't have been competitive. It would have been unique and incredible for all fans of motorsport, but such a shame to risk his reputation. Loeb maintained he never contemplated a permanent move.
It was not a question of moving in Formula One, it was just a question of doing one Grand Prix for fun, and it was no test before, nothing, so it was just like that, and so, okay, we couldn't do it, that's it.
Up next on The Immortals,